I've heard people say that the concept or idea of finding balance in life is a myth. It's not possible. Not so well. Initially, I guess I used to struggle with other people's perspective, but with growth, you know that people have a right to their perspective, and they actually have that based on either their understanding, okay, of how things play and work. And so there's no need to struggle with anybody per their perspective. You just have to appreciate it, and probably if it would apply to you to when you get to understand it and it's true or holds more substance than what you know, then probably you would go for that. But when you evaluate and assess and realize that it still has some loopholes here and there, and whatever perspective you had is more empowering, is sustainable, then you can go by it till you learn something new or find something else. So there is nothing about somebody saying balance is not what they understand balance to be. Okay, so if I would answer my own question, okay, for now let me not, but let's see what balance is. Usually people look at balance as applying or distributing equal time, equal energy across all aspects of life, across all you have to do. Probably the same amount of time you use for work, you use for family, you use for recreation, business, whatever it is you can think of, right? And so if you are thinking of it this way, then you realize that there's no way you can have you can distribute your time or energy that way. So for instance, you have 24 hours in a day and you have to spend 8 hours of that at work, you have to sleep, you have to attend to family. You realize that definitely some aspect of life would be taking time or your energy, your resources more than others. So in terms of that equal distribution, then balance, which is like perfect balance, could only be a myth. It cannot be attained. Okay. But when you are looking at balance from the perspective of alignment, aligning with what matters most, then you realize that it is not about distributing or equal distribution. It's more about allotment or distribution according to the time, according to resources available, according to the purpose or the season you are in and the conditions of the season. All right. And so you won't be looking at balance as a myth, because there is a place of distributing, there is a place of allotting things according to what holds substance in any point in time. Okay, and so real balance is not static, it's not fixed, it's not perfect. Real balance is dynamic. It changes with seasons, it changes with conditions, it changes with resources. And so when you are looking at balance in the real sense, it's only dynamic. It changes. Whatever you would give your attention or time or resources to at every point in time would change. So you can look at balance, or you can relate balance in life to the concept of balanced diet or balanced diet. Now, when you talk about a balanced diet, it doesn't mean that you have to eat the equal portions of across the food types, okay, or the nutrient types, like same amount of carbohydrate to same amount of proteins and all that. You realize that on the plate there is what should carry more weight, or there is what should be more. And you would also realize that even with that, for different sets of people and different groups of people, it would be different. At a point when somebody is pregnant, the nutrients they would need would be, or the combinations would have to be different from somebody who probably is an athlete, okay, or who is a manual worker, okay. An adult, an aged person at a certain age won't be eating the same portions or same amount of nutrients, let's say, with probably a child. So if you have this at the back of your mind, that is how balance is. At every time and per the conditions and all that, There is what you would need more, there is what you would have to apply more to. So now when we are talking about balance, we are looking at allotment of your time, of your energy, of resources accordingly, okay? And then looking at it per order of either importance per the season. Is that okay? So we are looking at allotment according to season, conditions, resources, and opportunities. That is what balance is. So balance, in my perspective, if I should answer my question, can't be a myth. It can be attained if you are looking at it from the perspective of it being dynamic, it being according to seasons. It can be attained because it's not a perfect or a fixed state of things or of allotment. Okay, so balance is matching the right energy to right tasks at the right time. So I go over it again. If you're talking about balance, you are looking at matching the right energy to the right task at the right time. Then you would be looking at balance. And is it important to try to find balance in your life? Is it necessary? Why is it a subject to even want to consider? If you are living your life some way, somehow, why should you want to consider balance as a subject? Now, I would say yes, because balance as a subject and balance as, should I say, a place or a conditioning for you matters because it helps you reduce burnout. Now, you would understand that you don't have to distribute your time, your resources, your energy across all aspects of your life equally. So per the season, there is what you should be focusing on. So you don't have to spread things across everything. Okay. So there are times you realize that the season calls for more rest. So if you are worked out and you are tired and you need rest, the season calls for that. And so you give that to yourself. So it would it would help you to manage your stress. It will help you to be able to prioritize and attend to what matters most.